Now that we have the cookies cut down to...
Not ready. Okay. What do I do with my...
So welcome to one of the first videos that both Erin and I are filming and doing together. This was a design idea that she came up with these willow slabs that we actually got from someone that's related to us. The slabs at first were way too big for what we needed them for. We actually have a ton of these that are sitting in the garage for other projects, but I was able to find a sawyer on Facebook Marketplace, and for a relatively inexpensive price, he was able to cut these slabs down to a more manageable size. This was a fun outing for Erin and I, but also it was such a great way to just meet other people in the community. These slabs were pretty rotten, so the first big thing that we needed to do was stabilize them. And we stabilized them using this penetrating epoxy from Total Boat. And for its namesake, the penetrating epoxy seeps down into the pores of the wood and helps stabilize the wood itself. We coated both sides of both of the slabs, and this took a day or so for it to cure fully and for us to be able to allow enough of the penetrating epoxy to be added to the slabs. You can see here just how it's bubbling away as the penetrating epoxy seeps down into the pores of the wood. This also gave us such a good glimpse into what the slabs would look like once we did the final finish process. As I said, the design idea came directly from Erin, and this video format is something that we want to try more of in the future. So make sure you watch all the way through so we can get some honest feedback from you on just what you think of this kind of a format of her and I working together, collaborating on design ideas, and me being able to safely teach her how to use all the equipment in the shop. Let me tell you, there's a lot of really funny moments working together and teaching Erin how to use some of the tools that most people might take for granted. Like this, for instance. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't think I can handle it?
No, I think you should try.
How do I put it on
Yeah, just like that, yeah.
Now I'm scared. Okay. Okay, I can do it.
With the cookies sanded, we were able to start collaborating on our design ideas.
Charlie Sheen. Which one was the one that was like super strung out in cocoa?
One of the Sheens.
Charlie Sheen.
When you put them into the slot, the hair elastic just kind of holds it. Is that what you said?
That smells like church. I think instead of the leather, I saw my friend Jessie using Starbond and wrapping like rope. Oh. Get in.
It's gonna do this because like there's no square line on this. You don't have to brace yourself.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
After a lot of laughs and a bit of deliberation, we settled on turning these into a propagation station. And one of the things I learned is I really need to let Erin have her process and have her time to be able to figure out what she wants the design to be and how she wants it to look.
Ah! Too slow? My power stance hit the stop button.
Even though I interrupted her a couple times to be able to show her how to use some of the tools in the garage.
There you go. Is that how you stop it?
Like I said, I have to let her do her process. And the reality is, I'm glad I did in retrospect. The design she came up with the propagation station really leveraged the material that we had, but as well, really balanced out the way the piece would look. And this is not a skill that I would say I have. I think I'm an okay designer, but I always don't have the patience for this kind of work. This doesn't matter. Oh, yep. This is like that moment in Ghost.
This is more like it.
Except you're not holding my hand. I just go.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, what does Wobie do where he puts the thing under, like cardboard underneath? It catches all that?
Envelope.
Envelope. Why aren't we doing that?
I don't get an envelope. Tape it.
You blow. You blew it like you don't do the vacuuming around here.
You're in reverse. How'd you put it in reverse?
I didn't. A little bit off. Is that okay? that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
The key set. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do all of it. Eyeballing it? What is that?
It's a skill.
It's a skill, baby.
These cookies didn't really have a reference edge that made a lot of sense to work off of, so we did temporarily mount them to the wall, so we were able to figure out the exact placement and level out exactly where the shelves needed to sit. For finding the centers of each of the shelves, I had Aaron draw lines from corner to corner so we'd be able to find the exact middle of each of the shelves. And from there, we were able to measure out exactly 1.5 inches from the center so we could mark in exactly where we wanted to drill out the holes for each of the little propagation jars to sit in. And speaking of sitting in, I'd love to see you subscribe so you can sit in on the next video. Sorry, that was pretty lame. But really, it does help us a lot if you are subscribed to this channel. We are trying to do more content this year, and this year we're actually going to do it. Aaron's really keen to be involved in more of the videos, and I definitely am motivated when I know that it's something that both of us can do together and spend time together doing. You can see here the lines that Aaron drew when we had them mounted on the wall, so we knew exactly where the screw holes needed to go. Or at least we thought we did. I somehow managed to put the screw holes in exactly where they would line up perfectly to go through the holes that we drilled specifically to hold the vials for the propagation plants. And you can see here, I managed to do this on basically every single screw hole that I did. Aaron and I also had the idea to make some little hanging shelves just for gifts for friends with some of the spare pieces. And I used this little keyhole bit from Bits and Bits. If you are looking to get anything from Bits and Bits, I do have a discount code below that you can use on their website, as well as a code for Total Boat where you can check out a lot of the products that we used in this video. I greatly appreciate brands like Total Boat, Bits and Bits, Rockler that have supported me for as long as they have, and really, they do make videos like this possible. And I don't want to sound like a PBS telethon, but the reality is, when you're supporting brands that are supporting this community, really, you're helping the community grow. While I was spraying on 3 coats of the Halcyon Clear, and of course sanding in between, Aaron started wrapping the string and building the little propagation vials, I guess, that would be mounted inside the little shelves on the propagation station. And you can see here that she was tying a little loop, wrapping the string around the entire loop. And once she got to the top, it allowed her to feed the string back through the loop and then pull and tuck it underneath the string to hold it tight as well as to hide everything. Also, she did put a little dab of CA glue just to make sure that it held as tight as possible. With the cookies now hanging on the wall, Aaron went about trimming some of the plants that she had throughout the house. Now, the cool thing is some of the plants that she has propagated over the years have turned into now the plants that you see her trimming here.
These little bumps here are where the roots will grow out of. Those are called nodes. Nature Goulet.
Aaron and I had so much fun building this project together, and I know this is going to be the start of an entire video series on me teaching her how to use tools in the shop, but as well, us being able to work together as a couple and really bring out content that we hope encourages other people to get out to the shop with their spouse, have fun together, and try something different. And another amazing byproduct is we have this amazing art piece now at the front entry for our house, where Aaron's going to be able for years to come grow her little propagated plants and I guess add more plants to our entire house. If you enjoyed this video, even if it was simply for entertainment purposes, we would love to hear that from you. Liking this video, subscribing to this video really just helps us and encourages us really to do more and to be able to share more with you. So if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, liking this video, and sharing it with people that, might get a laugh or get some inspiration from it. We also have a bunch more of these cookies, so if you have any suggestions of what we should do from them other than burying them in epoxy, we'd love to hear that in the comments below. Thanks as always for following along, and we'll see you on the next build. Oh, if you want to check out some of the other videos that we've done in the past, feel free to click these links here, and it'll take you to some of the other builds that we've been able to complete.